Fast forward to June 1983. Cindy Paulson, a 17-year-old sex worker, meaning a freaking minor, was out one night when she was approached by a man offering her $200 for a blowjob in his car. Straightforward, right? However, during their time together, he would put a gun to her head, bind her, and hold her against her will. Then he would later take her back to his house to do what he pleased with her, which was not a part of the agreement. Cindy later reported that this sick weirdo tied a rope around her neck and laid her on a bearskin rug before raping her in a den full of hunting trophies, while his wife and children were out of town visiting relatives. He then informed her he would be taking her to his private plane and flying her to his cabin, where he would make love to her once before bringing her back. But Cindy was smart enough to know that if she went with him to a third location, she would not come back. For his convenience, Hansen had purchased a 2-seat, single-engine hunter's plane with insurance fraud money he had obtained at some point in his long-storied criminal career. These planes are different than private jets, of course. Most significantly, they could access places other planes could not access. They could be flown alone. They could also land in shorter distances and take off from shorter distances, which was fitting for the sordid adventures this sick bastard had in mind. It basically enhanced his power and control over his victims to a terrifying degree, enabling him to basically airlift his prey out of town to remote places off-grid like some sort of demonic dragon. So while Hansen was busy loading his plane at Merrill Airfield and moving back and forth from the trunk of the car to the aircraft, Cindy was left unattended. In that moment, she had a decision to make. Either sit there like an obedient little victim and wait for him to load her and fly her to her doom, or take her chances and make a break for it. Well, she was damn smart and seized upon that sliver of opportunity fate had presented to her. In that split second, Cindy had no idea she had become the hero of her own story, as well as the hero of so many other girls she would unknowingly help to save down the line. Despite her hands being bound and her feet being bare, she leapt from the truck and took her chances, running for her life. The sheer bravery it took for her to flee in that moment cannot be overstated. Again, at the time, she was bound by the hands, and she knew her rapist and kidnapper was armed with a giant rifle and could easily shoot her from afar. Still, she took her chances and bolted to seek help in oncoming traffic. And thankfully, because she survived her altercation with this monster and wasn't cowed into remaining silent, she was able to lead the police back to the airport and point out the plane he had been loading. They were then able to trace the plane back to a man named Robert Hansen.